This one's for the assholes that are pulling the gifts. I've been wondering. Uh, I mean, you managed to get me walking around. Fortunately, my penis wasn't showing without any pants on. Have you ever got me picking my nose? I haven't seen a picking my nose gift yet. I mean, you got me making all sorts of funny faces because that's what I do, and you're making me look like something's wrong with me when I'm really a brilliant performance artist. You assholes, mean nasty bastards. Fuck you. I'm gonna fuck your worlds up. I mean, this is a promise. This isn't just like a crazy hobo, because I'm not a hobo. Never was. I'm a Kiwi farmer. Hey, oh, he's been homeless since 1980. No, I haven't. I was never really all that homeless either. Just, I had family, spiritual family that helped me. Jenny and Peter Kastner, when I was on the street in Venice. They let me sleep in their yard sometimes and use their shower and shit. Um, Al Roden. I mean, we he'd hang out on the street with us, and we'd hang out in his pad with him, and use his kitchen and use his bathroom just like people do my place. I mean, that's interdependence. We're all individuals, but everything's connected. This is where empire, imperialist churchianiacs, the church state fiefdoms are so wrong. They're going to impose their morality on everybody else when their morality on themselves isn't even sustainable. Particularly not this petrochemical fueled perpetual warfare. This is madness. There's nothing sane about it. And to call yourself normal, you're obviously more mad than the people that obviously are. That wasn't very good. that violated some Strunken white right there. Obvious twice in the same sentence. Neat. Edit. So as I can talk about, this is Ramble. This is. Oh, it's almost City Tuesday. Oh yeah, I already did the City Tuesday. TV Tuesday, Weird Wednesday. Well, every day's a day for freaks. I got the funniest friends, just the most wonderful friends. Um, we're the people that like are marching to the beat of a different drummer. I've always gravitated to the people who are just like the people at the 420 show. Those aren't all deadheads. There's people from all walks of life that come and hang out with us, and the common bond is, this sharing of a positive, happy, joyous vibe together with this wonderful live music performance going on. That's where it's at. At least has been for me. Gives me a reason to stay alive and not get myself killed. Um, I never thought about suicide, but boy, I got a martyr complex. and Louis, I got to get used to calling him Louis and not Benny. He don't like that, and he made that real clear a couple of months ago. So, no, my friends called me Louis. Dr. Binstock Louis is what we called the man. He was one of the main minds of the American 20th century middle 20th century American Reformed Jewish thought of the Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion crowd out of Cincinnati. Around he and Elmer Berger and a bunch of others in 1942 formed. I think it was 42 or 43. When I have to, I need to study my history closer to be able to talk about it off the cuff, or write about it off the cuff. And I forget exactly when it was, but I remember exactly what it was. And Berger had gotten his buddies together. This is like the rabbi basketball team. Dr. Binstock was at least 6 foot something. And this was all the Jew dribblers, the Jew boys, the Jew boy basketball teams. I think I've got a picture of the basketball team up on his on the memorial page I built for him. Boy, his archive is there, but the people with it didn't respond. I mean, everything he ever wrote, man, the man gave like a 90-minute sermon every Sunday. I don't know if it was that long, but boy, it was long for us when we were like 8 years old or 9. We had to sit through it. My father, he put my father to sleep instantly. Bam. It's embarrassing because sometimes he'd be snoring. And there was this like cone thing. There was this like really beautiful cone, golden cone, coming out of the ceiling. You know, this big ring of lights with a golden cone dropping down out of it, and this black hole in the middle of the cone. And boy, my astral body just right out of it every time he started droning on about whatever the hell he was talking about that Sunday. Me and Dougie Wolf, rest in peace, used to bail out in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and through there. And he had this place under the elevated tracks on Belmont. The synagogue was on Cornelia and Lakeshore Drive. It was between Stratford and Cornelia on Lakeshore Drive. And me and Doug used to cut out the service. You know, we had to go to the class. We had to go to Sunday school classes, and then we'd cut out of the service and go to this place under the L track that for a nickel. He'd get a cup of bottomless cup of coffee for a nickel at this place, and so we'd fool around until it was time to go home. And he'd hop the L because he was going up to. He lived up in what's that called up there around Milwaukee Avenue and oh shit, between like North Avenue, Armitage, Fort, up in there. He lived, or was it more toward Belmont? He was up on Milwaukee. It was something park on Milwaukee Avenue. It wasn't as far up as Jefferson Park where the Krells lived. It was, they'll know, it's not, I forget, Logan Square. Yeah, I think that's Diversey. Diversey, Milwaukee. Logan Square is where he lived. So he was getting on. I forgot how. I think he got on the train, and then transferred onto the Douglas line. Maybe that went up there. Is that Douglas Jefferson Park line went past there? I don't know how he got from Belmont, and you know the Belmont station is where the Ravenswood and the Howard line, the blue and the red line meet, but Milwaukee Avenue, you can't connect to them until you get all the way downtown. There's really no point in going all the way downtown to get to Logan Square from Belmont and Halstead or Belmont and Sheffield. But I don't remember. He probably got on a bus. I don't remember how he got home. And I just walked home from there. But I was talking about Dr. Vinstock. I forgot what I was talking about Dr. Vinstock about. I forgot what I was talking about altogether. I am pretty lit tonight. I had a priestess day today. I had some priestess duties. I was called on for what was David said. He was appreciating my measured wisdom. I'd tell him what, you know, he's complimenting me too much. And this hat fits kind of tight, and the brim don't stretch much. So, you know, I'm such a collection of contradictions. I'm just totally contradictory, all of me. You know, I'm extremely outgoing, but really shy. I guess that's not so uncommon with very creative and imaginative people. So we've got so much shit bubbling around in our minds that we want to share it. But that's just the shit we're sharing. And the more intimate it gets, the more difficult it gets to express it and share it with people and get close to people. And, you know, I crave it, but I can't. I can only take it in short doses. I mean, unless I actually have a soulmate that's going to, like, be my best friend and go around naked with me every night before we go to bed and start the day off with a bang. And otherwise, you know, No, yes. I don't need it. Uh, don't want it. Don't think about it. Uh, just hope to meet somebody that feels the same way about um, that kind of friendship as me. Right now, um, I'm just so grateful for the friendship that is coming to me from the local community. I don't want to embarrass anybody by naming their names either because there's so much hate in the community that they might get shit for being so kind to me. But I announced my birthday party today. Two of them. A lot of people have special things that they bring. There's almost always some food that somebody is sharing. And then a couple times a month, something else will be going on. Like a couple of weeks ago was a prenup for Jane and Andy and Molly Bedner's birthday party. John and Heidi, when they went to North Carolina, there was a going away party for them. Just all kinds of stuff. So I announced that I'm going to have a private. Well, it's going to be a public party here, but it's going to be my party on my actual birthday from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's just total all night rainbow style potluck and jam, and my neighbors don't care. They might show up. They totally don't care about me making the level noise that I'll allow being made. Nobody's gonna bitch. Um, Keep it acoustic, and the drummers can behave themselves. We can drum all night. I can play my saxophone for short bursts anytime I want to. Nobody's, if I play for only 5 or 10 minutes, nobody's gonna call nothing on me at 4 o'clock in the morning if I pick it up and feel like blowing for a little bit. Um, which is nice. And the other thing that's like really fucking wonderful about this town that boy, wait till you hear the conversation between me and the prosecutor. That was excellent, and this just really says it about the position of transgender people in Tucson society. We're a protected minority. Tucson is very proud of its diversity. Everybody's an individual. All individual expression, so long as it's within the reasonable boundaries of the law, are protected and respected. Um, Most people on just looking at me before I open my mouth are reading mail. And sometimes they get fixated on like my sex and don't understand that I'm a person who's cross-wired and my gender does not match my sex. With open-minded people, I don't have to tell them much. Sure don't. And with professional people, I don't have to tell them anything except, hey, I'm transgender, and this is the way it is. And if they don't immediately start correcting themselves, I'm totally within my rights to escalate to their superiors. And it's looking like the hospital signed off my complaint. I'm going to escalate that tomorrow. Because they really fucked up all the way across the board. The ambulance, the intake nurse, the outtake nurse, even the doctor, everybody fucked up at some point. Both doctors fucked up, all the nurses. The tech guy fucked up big time so much that I had to threaten him. They need sensitivity training there. People in general need to understand. Both transgender people need to know it in dealing with cis people, and cis people need to know it in dealing with trans people. And for what I'm getting an education out here. I'm going to cut this off right here and start again, I think. We're going to let that go right there, and I'll be right back with a fresh one and start this as a fresh topic.